Hey guys, it's me coming to you live from my house. I just got off of work. I know it's odd. Usually I'm wandering aimlessly on the lot or in a vehicle, showing you a vehicle, a feature, whatever. And so this is kind of a special video that I'm doing. I was kicking off my shoes, fixing to relax for a minute, and I saw that on my Facebook, the memories, and it was 2 years ago today that I received the official job offer from Walt's Auto Group, and I really had to. I feel that I needed to share what they say. What's your why? Why do you do this? Why do you torture yourself day in and day out? Receive a million no's, looking for that one yes, and because it is a crazy business, but it's an amazing life to have. So I was like, wow, perfect timing, right? I should probably share that. So yeah, I was coming home from Gainesville. I had interviewed with Dino the day before, and at Chrysler, it was the most odd interview I think I'd ever done. I mean, my mom trained me from a young age, very young age, how you should have an interview, be ready with these answers, etc. And that was not my interview at all. So everything that I learned out the window. Thanks, Mom. But yeah, I was obsessing. People that know me obsessing, kind of par for the course. But I was obsessing over it. Did I do everything right? Did I make a good impression? I don't know. Like, I couldn't gauge it, and that annoyed me. And the other part that freaked me out is my uncle Mike, he was in the car business his whole life. He was amazing. He was an amazing car salesman, and worked all up and down Grand and Phoenix. He worked all over Arizona, Colorado, California. I mean, like, Uncle Mike worked everywhere. And I can remember being younger, and whether it was going with my grandma to visit him at work, or him bringing another Plymouth Sundance or Horizon. Yeah, my grandma drove like the tiniest, hideous cars to her to have her test drive, and I'm like, what are we doing? I saw that side of the car industry. I saw the car salesman life, but back in the day with index cards was your CRM, and you were wearing suits in 125 degree temperature, standing on the point all day long, sweating. He was there until, holy crap, late. Like, we would go over for insert random event here for him, Aunt Rochelle. This is way back when Mackenzie was a baby. So hi, Aunt Rochelle, if you're watching this. Mackenzie, hello. Wyatt and Walker, even though I haven't met you guys. It was always weird because with Aunt Rochelle being a real estate person, and then Uncle Mike being a car salesman, and their hours being what they are, like, we would have to go for dinner over there, and it's Uncle Mike will be here maybe eventually, kind of a thing. So this was way back then. Well, I always thought it was neat. I've always been a car guy, if you could call me that. My dad was a mechanic in the Army. He'd tinker with vehicles. My stepdaddy worked for Ford in the semi-truck division, in the big semi-truck repair shop. My Uncle Tom, he restored Model Ts. He was a CPA, but he did like all these amazing things with rebuilding vehicles. We made Franken truck one summer. It was like the best memory ever. So I was always into vehicles, into cars, trucks, and I love sales, and I love people, and I love a challenge. And if you think back, women are not car salesmen. Now we're growing. Women in the industry are growing. It's gaining momentum. I think we're at like 23%, something like that, is females. So it's getting there. There's always going to be those holdouts. There's always going to be the good old boys network. But I moved to North Florida because when I was in South Florida, I managed Toys R Us. I was Jeffrey the Giraffe. I was in sales. Of course, before that, I was the Army. So I never got the opportunity. Well, we moved to North Florida, and I remember going to Cass Birch, actually. Yeah, in Valdosta. I had seen that they had, wanted salesperson, yada yada thing, and I took my resume in there, and me not knowing, because to me, who gives a crap your gender? If you can sell a car, you can sell a car. And I walked in there and spoke with them, gave them my resume. Again, I was trained very young. It doesn't matter if it says submit your resume, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, oh, thank you. We'll give this to someone. Well, who may I speak with? I'd like to put my face to a name to this paper, So, and the guy looked at me and said, you're female or you're a woman. And I said, yeah, pretty sure. Like, there's a question here. I'm sorry. And he said, well, women don't sell cars. And I was like, oh, okay, I must have missed that memo. There were rule against that. I just don't understand the problem here. So I was very discouraged. And so, I kind of doused that dream for a while and was working at, Crystals and Hardee's and stuff like that. It's just, I love the fact that in our industry, you get paid for the effort you put in. If you put in no effort, you will not make it. If you put in the effort, you put in the time, you put in the blood, the sweat, the tears, the frustration, you will. And your pay is reflective of that. And that's huge to me. I was like, holy crap, this is awesome. When I saw the posting for Waltz Auto Group for a car, automotive salesperson, automotive professional, however the heck we list it. Anyways, I was like, screw it. Let me just set myself up for failure again. And I'm just going to do it on a whim because I was happy at Hardee's. I wasn't ecstatic, but I was happy. I was in management. I had a great crew. They're still my family and I still love them. But I wanted so much more. And I just on a whim did it. And next thing you know, I'm getting a call. It's Dino from Waltz. It's wondering when you can come in for an interview, la la la. And I'm like, wait, what? Huh, me? I'm female, right? Because I was informed I can't sell cars. And I walked in and there's a female behind the desk. Mandy, there's the GSM of our Chrysler store. And I was like, whoa, they didn't get the memo either, yo. So when I got the call driving back from Gainesville, I was taking Dad to one of his VA appointments, or bringing him back from one of them. And so I've got my mother-in-law, my father-in-law in the car and me. And Dad hates it when you answer the phone while driving. But I look down and I see where I had saved Dino's number, and it says Dino Daniels Waltz. And I went, Dad, shut up. I have to take this. So I answer the phone and I hear, is Dino, yeah, blah. And so, wow, 2 years ago. And when I hung up and I was trying so hard to keep it cool, like who would have thought 2 years later, me being normal, cool, or calm and collected would be a not even gonna happen thing. I hung up that phone and I started sobbing, and I'm starting to get choked up now, and that's so stupid, but it's not. I started to cry. I was like, holy shit, y'all, I'm gonna be a car salesman. I finally get to do it. And I just kept thinking my Uncle Mike, because I knew, he had my back in heaven. Like, he had me, and he knew how bad I wanted it, and helped the universe move it in my direction. I don't know. But, fast forward 2 years, and there's days that I don't want to get up. There's days that I'm sitting at my desk flipping off my computer every 2 seconds. It's a roller coaster of a life, and it's insane, but I would not have it any other way. I'm very, very blessed. And I encourage anyone, if you are motivated, if you are a people person, and that's the biggest part, is you have to be a people person. You cannot be shy. You can't be passive. You can't be timid. We are uh, actors, basically. You've got to be okay with getting out there. You've got to be okay with seeing a random person and just being like, hey, how are you? And just attacking them. You've got to hear, no, I can't, I won't, a million times over, and brush it off and smile and move on to the next one, because that next person is going to be your payday. That next person, they want the car and they want to work with you. Just 2 days before this, I had some amazing people that came in, and we looked at some vehicles, tried to see if we could trade them out of the vehicle that they're currently in. Found out that, it's just finances wise, it wasn't going to work out for them at this moment. But I spent some time with them. My managers talked to them. They were really incredible people. Really enjoyed that time with them, and they left a few messages, just saying how much they enjoyed it, how much they enjoyed their time with me, and thanked us, said, I did such a great job. And you guys have no idea. And if you're out there and you've purchased a vehicle, whether it's from us or from anywhere at all, if you enjoyed a part of your service, please leave them a review, leave them a message. Too often we hear, you guys suck, you tricked me. What? Dude, if I'm Houdini, that's pretty cool. But, we hear the negative, and we put so much time in everything. We are at work more than we are home. And so it's pretty awesome. And I take every person that sits in front of me, I embody their story. I really take it to heart. I want to get them in a vehicle, not just because I want to make a paycheck. Of course I do, but because I listen to their story, and I listen to why they need it or what's going on with them, and I want to see them get it. I really, really freaking do. No different than my coworkers and my managers. My one manager that I love to death, but he wants to throttle me most days. He will tell me, Annette, stop freaking trying to take yourself off of a deal. And I'm like, no, I didn't do half of the work, or I didn't do this. I just want to see them succeed. When, if I'm leaving and somebody's stuck on a late deal, hey, what can I do to help you? To me, I'm all about not only the guest, but their salesperson. Like, we're a team, we're a family, and I want to see everybody happy. So the fact that I read these great messages, and then I see this memory, and I'm getting out of the slump that I've been in, and really starting to just buckle down, go back to the basics, focus on each sale, start to finish, use the road. You know how to do this, and stop thinking you're not good enough just because of XYZ. So anyway, I know I was rambling, but that's cool that it's 2 years for me. So it's on the 7th would be my official 2 years, minus a brief vacation that I took. Oh, stupid spam. Go away. Oh, sorry. Brief vacation that I took when I thought that the grass was greener, and I found out the grass is definitely far more artificial on the other side. So like I said, I went from Chrysler to our Ford store, and I've been moving up, and I've got more things hopefully in the works, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited about celebrating my 2-year anniversary, and I got my best friend back. And her and I started on the same day, and now she's back. So it's like all is right in the automotive world. Hey. So you guys have a great weekend. If you are out and about and you are in the Live Oak area, please come and see us. Walt's Live Oak Ford, we're on US 129. I literally just made this into a commercial too, but that's okay. It's going to be a busy day tomorrow. We've got lots of appointments set. I've got one person coming from Tennessee. They're leaving tonight at 1 a.m. to come and pick up their Kia Forte from me. I'm really excited for that one. Another lady, she's coming. She's picking out her birthday gift. We are super excited get that done for her. So lots of photos to follow. Guys, thank you for hanging in there for me for this extended video. But I wanted to show a human side of me. I do have a human side. It might be a human side. So thanks, guys. Have a good one.